What's happening, Maya?
No, don't talk to me.
Whoa, God. Wait.
Mine. Mine.
Don't run all the way home. No.
Mine.
Come back. Oh, Shiva. Come back, Shane. Come back. Hi, I'm Arn Menconi, and I'm making my evening show, The Unscrewing of America, USA Nightly. And it's an evening show where I try to reflect on serious topics that are occurring in the news so that we're better informed. And I try to keep it authentic, and I just try to make sure that it feels like I'm not talking to you like a politician. So the thing that I want to pick up on is these referendums that are on the ballot that I talked about last night. When I was a county commissioner, in my second term, I tried to put early child care development on the ballot. It was a measure to raise the mill levy, real estate values, so that we could raise about $3.5 million for young people, so that working moms could have some subsidies, good health care, people who have children with special needs, and ways of working with people who wanted parenting classes. It was a holistic approach to early childhood development. I worked on it with all the childhood developers in Eagle County. I was appointed by the governor to the Health and Human Services Board of Regulations. I served on a national board with commissioners on early childhood development, and I was trying to start an early childhood development task force for the state of Colorado. And I helped to pass some legislation on early childhood development that got vetoed by Governor Owens at the time. So early childhood development was an important issue to me, and it still is an important issue, because when I ran a charity for disadvantaged youth, which these aren't disadvantaged youth, what you learn is it all starts before the age of 6. That's when children are developing. That's when they need to learn love and compassion. And if they're going without eating, if they're living in stressful situations, if their parents are working 2 jobs and making minimum wage, they can't have the things that they need in order to develop into healthy and productive kids. So $1 spent in early childhood development saves taxpayers $18 later. $1. It didn't pass. We worked really hard and got 47% of the vote. When it failed, I went ahead and got my other commissioner to vote on funding early childhood development to the tune of $1.2 million, so we could put some of the things that we had to work in place. And guess what happened? Conservative Republicans tried to recall me for funding early childhood development because they said the voters said no. So let's bring that into Amendment 69, universal health care. What happens if it doesn't pass? What happens if minimum wage doesn't pass? When are we going to fight these issues? Who's going to work and try to build that up? Is it going to be in 2 years from now? Since that failed back in 2008, county commissioners, Democratic county commissioners, have said to me they're too afraid to put it back on the ballot because it lost. That translates to they don't have the political will. They did not have the political will to change the legislation, downsize it. Maybe it was too far-reaching at first. I don't think it was, but they were too afraid to go out and try to pass it. So this is the experience that I have with legislation that goes to a ballot. When I was a politician and I put it on the ballot, these ballot measures aren't being put on by politicians because they're too afraid. They don't want to lose elections. Early child care has been talked about by Barack Obama. It's been talked about every politician that runs for office who's a Democrat, and none of them try to really put meaningful revenues in. And the way you find money for early child care, for universal health care, for free college, is you have to go after the military budget. That's why I keep coming back to the military budget. Not only does it save money, but it saves lives of innocent children that are being killed around the world. So you can take this serious conversation that I'm having with you, with my children who are having perfect fun on a hill, just a simple little hill, and think about why we need to do these things. Why should we sit back and let other people who are taking money from corporations and trying to be survivalist and not get elected? Why can't we work together so we could work for them, our children, our friends' children, their children, other people's children? We can do this. You know, Michael Bennet is far out ahead. Daryl Glenn is not getting anywhere. He's not even trying to pull in a race. This is an amazing opportunity. The Republican Party is devolving, imploding right before our very face. Hillary Clinton is going to, if she gets elected, she's going to end up going through impeachment trials for the next 4 years by Republicans. That's what they want us to do. That's what they want the House and Senate and presidency to do. They want it in total and utter gridlock and not talk about the issues. Global warming, endless wars, inequality gap, racial injustice. So these are the shows that I want to do every night about a deeper issue that I believe in, like early childhood development. And I wanted to relate it to the passing of 69 and these other pieces of legislation so we could become better educated. We could work harder together in the next 69 days and get a U.S. Senator elected who wants to fight for you, not for the corporations. I don't even know if it's even simpler than that. I want to be in office to prove that we could have a real person who wants to research the issues and get it out to the real media, the citizen journalists, the independent media, so we learn so quickly that we could change the tide, so we could do direct actions and come to Washington and fight for our children's children, fight for the world's children, be a global citizen. Go out there and get some Greens to register so we could have 40,000 Greens registered so I could get in a debate at Club 20 in Western Colorado on October 9th. Thank you very much. Peace. Love you guys.